Ow! Wow! Wow, Mimi, I got hurt. What happened? Some big kids hurt me. Oh no! What happened? I was playing outside and three big kids came and beat me up. Squeak, I'm so sorry. What did you do? I ran to get help. My teacher helped me, but I have to solve this problem because they might be there the next time I go out to play. Squeak has a problem, but he knows what to do. Can you see the first two things you need to do to solve this problem? The first one is to talk about the problem. That's the very first step. The second thing is he needs to do is to ask for help. And I have a few stories I'm going to be sharing with you. Here is story number 1. One day, a boy had a birthday. He had a toy that his parents had given him, and he was playing with it at the park. Some bigger kids decided they wanted his toy. They told the boy to give it to them, or they would hurt him. The boy felt bad, especially since it was his birthday, but he knew he couldn't solve this problem by himself. So he went and told his mother and asked for her help. Have you ever had a time when you were being bullied by people who were older than you? Did you ask for help? Can you think of another time when you needed to ask for help? It's a good thing to ask for help when you need it. We all need help sometimes. Here's another story about problems and solving them. So we're on to story number 2. Two girls were having a difficult morning. They couldn't seem to get along with each other. They called each other names. They said rude things, and they even tried to hit each other. Do you think they had a problem? Of course, they had a big problem. The first thing they had to do was to admit it. So they went to the teacher. They told her that they had a problem in a way that they were treating each other. Well, how do you want to be treated? I want people to talk nicely to me, said one girl. I don't want to be called names, said the other girl. It's wrong to hit people, said one girl. I don't want her to ignore me, said the other girl. So the teacher said, Look, girls, you've solved the problem. You have lots of good solutions. What are they? Talk nicely to each other, said the first girl. Don't call each other names, said the second girl. Don't hit people, said the first girl. Treat each other with kindness and respect, said the second girl. The teacher smiled and nodded. Sounds like you've solved the problem. Do you know what? Those girls solved the problems with each other really fast. I have one more story about problem solving. So we're on to story number 3. Two boys were playing with the same fire truck, and they both wanted to play with it at the same time. Well, you can imagine that made both of them mad. It got so bad they couldn't play together. The teacher took the fire truck away, and neither one of them got to play with it. The boys came to the teacher. We really want to play with the fire truck. Well, said the teacher, how do you want to solve the problem? We could stop playing with the fire truck, said the first boy. One of us could give up the fire truck and the other could play with it all the time, said the second boy. We could find a way to share the fire truck, said the first boy. I like that solution best, said the second boy. Let's do that one. If you agree that you can share, then you've made a decision where both of you can be happy. The teacher smiled. You can make a plan for sharing and work it out together. And that's exactly what the two boys did. They made a decision to share the truck and they worked out a plan. In the mornings, one boy would play with the truck, and in the afternoon, the other boy would play with the truck. Sometimes they could play together, but they stuck to their plan. They solved their problem by making a decision and a plan of sticking to it. Sometimes our problems are very big and we seem very small. But if we talk our problems out and ask for help, we can solve them. One way to solve problems with people is to treat them the way you want to be treated. Once we make a plan to work things out, we need to stick together and stick to it. Lots of our problems can be solved. There is a song that I'm going to be teaching you about learning to solve a problem. It goes to the tune of Bingo. Some kids I knew they had a problem but solved it and were happy. Happy, 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 they solved it and were happy. Some kids I knew they had a problem but solved it and were happy. Happy, Happy, they solved it and were happy. Some kids I knew they had a problem but solved it and were happy. PPY, 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 they solved it and were happy. Some kids I knew they had a problem but solved it and were happy. PY, 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 they solved it and were happy. Some kids I knew they had a problem but solved it and were happy. Why, they solved it and were happy. Some kids I knew they had a problem but solved it and were happy. They solved it and were happy. How do you feel about yourself when you can solve a problem? And on our poster, here we see a little girl solving some problems.